I'm unapologetic for my new ways. Crystals on my neck, you disrespect, I'm still gonna get your face. Pockets look like they can't breathe, that's those blue faces. Energy ain't on my frequency, put fire to a sage.
Namaste, credit cousins. Welcome to Truth Be Told, Credit Undercover, where we drop all the gems. I am your spiritual credit cousin, Shanice Love. And before we jump into today's video, be sure to subscribe if you have not done so yet. Share us with everyone that you know. Let them know that we are here, we are keeping it real, and we are dropping gems. And also, don't forget to hit that bell so that you can get notified whenever we drop a new video. Okay, I want to thank you guys so much for all of the love and support that you've already shown us. Thank you for joining our Facebook group page, Black Women and DIY Credit Repair. If you are not in that joint, you are missing it. You need to head over there and join us today. And don't forget to follow me on IG at Shanice St. Hilaire, where I drop 60-second gems frequently. So you need to be keeping up with me on all of those platforms in order for you to keep up with everything that we have going on. Now let's jump into today's video. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably heard me mention this next step quite often because it is actually the number one step that everybody seems to forget or they choose not to follow before they start their credit repair journey. And I guarantee you that if you do not follow this step, your experience is not going to be a pleasant one and you're going to be wasting time. And let's face it, time is coins. And over here, honey, we don't like to waste time because we don't like to waste coins. So we've all talked about the big three: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And we know that those are credit reporting agencies. What you don't know is that these are actually private-owned companies. I know that a lot of people think they're government-owned because they have the word bureau in the back of them, but they're not. They are private-owned companies that actually just keep information regarding your credit report. However, they do not house the files that make up your credit report. Yep, you heard me correct. TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax do not house the information that is placed on your credit report or furnished on your credit report. Whenever you dispute something with the big three, they actually use an electronic system called eOscar to validate or verify the information. What does that mean? It means that they go to another company and ask that company if the information that is on your credit report is accurate. Okay, those companies are known as consumer reporting agencies. And one of the most famous ones is LexisNexis. Okay, that company itself houses millions and millions of entries that go on individuals' credit reports every single day. So when you want to validate something through the big three, they typically send out a request to LexisNexis asking them to validate the information that you're disputing. Now, LexisNexis is not the only one. It's just the most famous one. There are other companies out there such as Innovus, CoreLogic, SageStream, Clarity. The list goes on and on. ChexSystems is one that you're probably heard of. These companies are consumer reporting agencies, and they actually have the files that are necessary to validate your information. Why is this important? Because if you don't want anything to come back as being valid, you have to handle the consumer reporting agencies. First things first, you need to opt out of any pre-screening from any of the consumer reporting agencies and the big three. Okay. Typically, they allow you to opt out for 5 years, but you do have the option of opting out indefinitely, meaning you don't want them to sell your information to anyone. You don't want any pre-screening coming your way. You want to be the one to apply for the credit and the trade lines and the loans that you want. Now, after you've opted out of the pre-screening, you're going to do this very important next step. Okay. And if you are dealing with evictions, child support, bankruptcy, you really need to make sure that you do this next step. And that is contacting all of the consumer reporting agencies and placing a security freeze on those reports. Now, it's going to take time. Some of them you have to do it online. Some you can do over the phone. Some you have to do via mail. And typically when you're doing them online, over the phone, or via mail, they're asking you some verifying information for you. And even if it's the information that you plan on disputing, you need to validate it with them. All right. Once you've done that and they place security freezes on your report, each one of those companies is going to send you a PIN number. And this PIN number is going to be important because if you do need to lift the security freeze for any reason, you would need that PIN number in order for you to do so. Now, you're probably asking yourself, why do I need to place the security freeze on this information? Simple. A security freeze means that no one can pull those reports, not even the big three. So when you dispute something through the big three and they use their eOscar system to validate it, they're asking LexisNexis and all of these other companies to validate them. But if it's a security freeze on that report, it's going to come back with no information found, because by law, that security freeze means no one can pull it. So what happens when it comes back with no information found? The big three has no choice but to remove those entries from your credit report. Do you see why that step is so important? You need to hush the companies who actually have the information. Now, keep in mind that all of this takes time. Once you've placed a security freeze on your credit report, please allow those consumer reporting agencies 30 to 45 days to send you over the confirmation stating that the security freeze has been placed on there along with your PIN number. And not until you get that information do you start disputing, especially your personal information, because that's what we're going to dispute first. You're going to dispute what's called personal identifiers, and that is your name, your addresses, phone numbers, and employment history. All right. Now, a lot of times these collection companies and these charge-offs are connected to your personal identifiers. So once you get those personal identifiers removed off of your credit report, there's really nothing to connect them to the collection and the charge-off, and that just makes disputing even easier. But of course, that's a completely different video. That is it for today's steps and today's resources. I truly hope that this tip helps. And I am telling you, if you are in the process of cleaning up your credit, it's very important that you do not skip this particular step. I know that it's tedious, but it's really going to help make your experience really smooth, and it's going to help you to remove more things off of your credit report. Once again, I thank you guys so much for spending so much time with us. Thank you for the love. Thank you for showing us the support. Don't forget to join us on Facebook at Black Women and DIY Credit Repair. Follow me on IG at Shanice St. Hilaire. Be sure to go to www.loyaltyenterprise.org and stay up to date with everything that we have going on. If there are particular videos that you want to see, shoot me a quick inbox on IG, and I will do everything in my power to make sure that we get that video up. Share us with everybody. Subscribe, share, click the bell. Till we meet again, be patient. You got this. Namaste.
Apologetic for my new ways. Crystals on my neck, you disrespect, I'm still gonna get your face. Pockets look like they can't breathe, that's those blue faces. In the G ain't know my frequency, put fire to a sage.